terror comes in many shapes and sizes. It can be as intangible as the dark, or a whisper from a passing stranger. And it can also be a scream, annihilating love, peace, serenity, and lives. The terror in this story is an animal, a huge black and menacing beast, a ton of terror, a force of nature. And yet this creature should not be feared, it should be pitied. It's only doing its duty, fighting on the front lines in a battle between us, 7 billion of us, and the last wildlife readouts of the world are the front lines in this war. The Maasai people, proud, live on those front lines, the frontier between civilization and the hinterlands. A young Maasai with the family's herd of goats and sheep. This is where the problem is, because the Maasai need somewhere for their herds to feed. Well, that somewhere isn't out in the farmland, because that's farmland. That's the agrarian advance edge, the AAE. That's as far as the agrarian world has come. After that, it's the pastoralist transition zone, right? PTZ. And that's where the war is. Beyond that is the wildlands. That's still wildlife habitat. The problem is these people are being pushed in towards the wildlands, towards the wildlife habitat by the agrarian cultures, which is all of us. The wildlife lands are shrinking. They're surrounded. All around them, they're being pressured inwards, inwards, inwards. And so are these people, these pastoralists. I mean, it's the truth. So how do you deal with it? Too many of us. What do? You give the animals value. You give the animals value so that they can push back economically. Otherwise, there's no hope.
The chief, it's his boma, and then he has like 5 or 6 kids that live here, and all their wives and all their kids. There's probably like 50 people who live inside this boma.
So it's all an extended family.
All an extended family. They're all related to each other. So our tracker Mamadi, it's his father that owns the boma.
Okay.
And then his 3 wives live here.
And this whole compound is surrounded by thorn brush.
Yeah, that's right.
The boma
that
part
keeps the lions out.
Keeps the lions out.
There's a lot of cattle-lion conflict here, and so that just keeps them at bay. Their life revolves around their livestock.
Hello. Hello. That's too cute. They've even got scarification already. Right?
Yeah.
Right at a young age. So it's like our little girls that get their ears pierced.
Exactly.
And these ones get their little scarification.
Scars. Exactly. This is the chief's wife.
Is it? Oh, Haburi, that's Haburi.
Habari salamo. That's good.
I think I just said good morning.
Yeah, you did.
So the entire extended family lives here. And I mean, this is right in where the wildlife is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
right
outside.
outside you. Yeah, exactly.
So every single time that they take these animals out, they're walking right into the buffalo.
Exactly, for sure.
But
For sure.
I wouldn't say afraid. Afraid isn't the right word. Fearful isn't the right word. I'm filled to about here with trepidation every time we go by one of the bushes and these little guys go out there with
It's amazing. I wouldn't walk out without a gun.
The ladies, they stay in the bomas or did they go out with the cattle too? Or
No, they have three main jobs: take care of the children, and cook the food, and then the other big one is providing firewood and water for the boma.
So where are the warriors then?
Maasai warriors have been looking after the cattle on a fly camp, very far away for good grazing and good water. So they sleep far away, probably 30 kilometers away with the cattle. Now they're all coming back.
In a lineup like this, or why are they walking like that?
Looking proud to greet you. It's cool.
Really cool. I've heard over and over and over again the buffalo here are just bad news.
Very much so. There's very little water here, so the Maasai are competing with the buffalo for water, and so the buffalo have a huge hate for people, and they're very aggressive, and also the bush is very thick, so we most certainly have to be very cautious with the buffalo.
Yeah, I lost a friend here, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Bobby Fontana.
And he's not the only one. There's been 5 other incidents, all in the same area, region.
With, you mean hunters or professional hunters?
Clients and professional hunters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we definitely want to treat buffalo with respect.
Wow, that's serious numbers.
There are a lot of incidents with the locals in the Maasai too. Just here 4 days ago, a Maasai lady was killed by a buffalo.
4 days ago?
Yeah.
You're kidding me. We didn't know that down in
No,
Salou, eh?
I just heard about it when we got here today.
You were there? Yeah.
And actually, Titi used his cell phone and videoed the whole thing.
Oh boy, that's disturbing footage.
Oh, he's lucky, it was right by his heart. Just here 4 days ago, a Maasai lady was killed by a buffalo.
4 days ago?
Yeah.
You're kidding me. We didn't know that down in
No,
Salou, eh?
I just heard about it when we got here today.
You were there? Yeah.
And actually, Titi used his cell phone and videoed the whole thing.
So, MK shot it.
Yeah.
Was it right there where the lady was, or was it?
Kuna mlindo yule mama anatoka kwenye maji akaanza kuokota kwenye vidogo kaenda nyumbani. Basi mboga alipoona mama anainama kuja akamvamia.
The lady had gone for water, and then she had left the water, and she was just going to get firewood to stoke a fire that night. And when she was getting her firewood, the buffalo came out of the bush and hit her.
And charged her.
I think she's on the ground there. They want to load her in the back of the pickup to take her to the mortuary.
Oh boy, that's disturbing footage. And she didn't have a chance. No gun, no nothing.
No.
I mean, you can just see it on everybody's faces that this is
shock.
Yeah, shock. Exactly right. And it wasn't wounded. Nothing. Nobody had.
It didn't have any
Totally
wounds.
unprovoked attack.
Just
Smokes.
It's an old cantankerous bull.
Was her husband? Did her husband show up too? Was he there?
Just the kids who came. And her brother. He said that crying like crazy. It was very sad.
Oh man, I can't even imagine that. So the horn, it just ripped her open basically, and
She said the lady was really damaged by the buffalo. Lots of piercings from the horn.
oh, so it just really worked her over the whole time.
Very much so, yeah. such powerful animals, you really don't stand a chance if you get hit by one.
Yeah.
Humans are pretty fragile.
You have to stop them before they get to you.
That's the key.
You gotta have a gun loaded, ready to go, a big enough gun, and
move slowly.
Yeah, see them first if you can. Viewing that footage of that lady really brought home how important it's going to be for us to be aware, switched on every single second, tuned in. You know, Bobby wasn't hunting buffalo that day. No matter how aware you are, there's just times when it's your time. Just getting organized. We're heading out. Believe it or not, it's pitch black in here, but outside is great daylight. There's no smoke hole. They have a fire on the side here at night for warmth, but also to keep the bugs out by having the smoke in here. And then it seeps out through the top of the thatching. I think I got everything. This by the way, now you can see my room. Look. What do you think? It's basically just rawhide or parflesh on branches. Not real soft. Hey, Mikey Jr., see ya. Hey, we'll be back tonight. It's not a dog, but it's actually pretty friendly. Go?
Yeah, let's go hunting, then.
Yeah.
How are your accommodations?
Excellent.
Yeah? You okay?
Yeah, they're perfect. Windy. It's prime time. Maasai are herding their cattle to water. This is their wealth, actually. And if you look on the sides of the cattle, that's their branding. They slice them so that the cattle are scarred up with the owner's Maasai brand. Look at the age of this young Maasai boy. Hey, how you doing? He can't be more than 10 years old, and he's part of this cattle drive, pushing the Maasai cattle to water. Mike's just asking him what he's seen around here.
Shukru. Sawa. Asante, nashukuru. Asante sana. Asante baadaye. They've seen some buffalo.
Have they?
Yeah, there's a ditch down here, and they said they've seen some lone bulls. Yeah.
The Maasai, we just went by now, saw 4 buffalo down in the ditch here somewhere. And we've just done a quick day tour through this sort of pastoral transition zone, and these pastoralists are obviously on a collision course. Every single day that these Maasai people head out into the field basically to feed their cattle or herd their goats and sheep, there's a war, and it's going on right here. It's like an ill wind going through here. It's a warning. It's a warning. Keep out. It's nature. This is nature's going to fight back. Nature has to fight back. It has to fight back. The forces of nature are beyond our comprehension, beyond anything we control.
Oh, he's lucky, it was right by his heart.
This is a tough one because an animal is going to die that's alive right now, and it's going to feed this entire extended family. They're going to suffocate it after raising it. Basically, it's in captivity at night, but it's protected. It's a symbiotic relationship. The goats wouldn't survive without the Maasai looking after them, so we all get that. Right? And no matter how anybody wants to see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, the fact is, every single piece of meat that you see in a supermarket started out like this before it ended in cellophane. Hunting an animal that's wild and free, that's what a hunter does. Killing an animal that's domesticated is what most of the world does that eats meat. Either way, it was a life. No blood loss. That's obviously something that's important to them because they would have stabbed in the heart, so there's a reason for that. The blood is what they want. We're here as objective observers, and we came into their world, so we can't bring our morality. Death begets life, begets death, begets life. It's a continuum. It's tough for us to watch that because we're from the West. You don't normally think about suffocating an animal and then butchering it right there and then drinking its blood. For the Maasai, that's all protein, so they're not going to waste it. Why would they? So they suffocate the animal. Now every single joule of energy is used up for their existence.
This firewood they're using is a special kind. It cooks at a very low heat. And they only use one particular tree. It's called a salali.
Salali.
Yeah, it gives the meat a special kind of flavor. Like a hardwood tree burns much, much harder.
Hotter, yeah.
Whereas this, they can almost stick the meat in the flames and it doesn't burn it.
Oh, that's interesting. live animal an hour ago to meat cooking on the fire. No marinade, no nothing. Oh, thank you. Amazing.
I mean, it's the liver.
Oh, this is part of the liver.
Liver, yeah.
It's amazing. The goat is gone. Everybody's stuffed. And now everyone here lives another day. Right now the Milky Way is right here, like it's so close. There's no lights anywhere other than the firelight. It's a typical Maasai night. It's a perfect night. He's got a bow with a little arrow with a little sort of a slice knife blade on the end of it. And it looks like he's trying to pick the jugular vein. They can bleed the cow however many times a year. Cow still lives, they get the blood. Stop up the whole, playing it with hair, right?
Hair, yeah. That's the bad part. They say what's left is good. That's what he's drinking right now. Milk and blood, the stable diet. They're healthy people. Look at them, man. They're strong.
No, I know. I see that.
They're very healthy, yeah. Very lean.
And they're tough, eh? So they got to be. I mean, it's a protein diet.
Yeah, sure. They can walk all day. They're very athletic people.
Asante sana. Asante sana. Thank you.
Alipomjeruhi alikuwa mko amemwokoa kwa sababu ametupa akampitia juu ya miti.
He was just saying there's lots of buffalo and that they're aggressive and that they actually attacked him one time and tossed him in a tree. Have a look here. Oh, he's lucky, yeah. It was right by his heart, huh? Penetrated right next to his heart.
So that's the scars. What happened?
He was just saying that he was with these cattle and goats. And what they do is they take a long stick and they place it on top of the tortillas trees, acacia tortillas, and shake it, and all the tortillas pods fall to the ground, and then the goats start eating. Alafu.
Na akaja na huyo hajaona kwamba amekuja, yeye alikuwa anaendelea kutoa hivyo.
And he was continuing to do this. He didn't see the buffalo come to get the pods. So it came from the side like this and stuck its horn underneath his ribs. And in his arm and in his head too. Apparently there's a big scar underneath his hair over there.
Tough out here. Every single place we go to, there's, I mean, the stories are just constant.
But these buffalo are dangerous, there's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Boy, we gotta be careful.
Gotta be very careful.
Boy, that's just a tough existence, eh?
Yeah, very tough.
I mean, imagine you wake up in the morning, you have your glass of blood, and away you go, looking after herds of goats and cattle in places where you're going to get hammered by buffalo eventually.
Exactly.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. mercy. But I don't think it's like any kind of mercy mission you've ever heard about or ever seen. Odds of us being able to help are slim, but we're going to try. There's a buffalo bull, Cape buffalo, that's fallen down into this Maasai waterhole. There's natural springs and waterholes and then dug waterholes all up and down this Karungwa. And the guys, unless they have a pump, they send one of their Maasai down into the bottom of the well with a 5-gallon bucket and he tosses it up full of water to the guy up above who then dumps it into the trough to water the cattle. And this goes on every single day. And the choices are real simple, and they're both tough choices. You kill him, drag him out of there, or you try and get a rope around his neck, get the tractor, and see if we can't pull him out of here. You can see blood around his nostrils already. That's not good. He's obviously beating himself up trying to get out of here on his own. We have access to a tractor. We can get one in here. It's the tractor that maintains the roads. You can try and get a rope around that buffalo's neck and pull it out. The odds are slim of actually saving it if we can get it up. There's very real danger to this buffalo if somehow he gets enough power before we get the rope on him and the tractor attached to the rope that he comes out of there when these people and us are standing around here. That can only end in one way.
MK, toa kabisa MK.
Nye kwenye mti hapo. Boga nasa kachaji. Akapigwa sasa kaja kahala nye.
MK, toa watu.
Akapigwa sasa kaja kahala nye. Boga nasa kapiga sasa baadaye. Tunamkeni hapo.
See the buffalo here.
Kabisa hapo. Maana nataka kachaji kunakia sasa. There's a buffalo bull, Cape buffalo, that's fallen down into this Maasai waterhole. You kill him, drag him out of there, or you try and get a rope around his neck, get the tractor, and see if we can't pull him out of here.
this buffalo's life is measured in minutes. If we can't get him out of here, then there's no choice. And it's just, you know, door number one, the buffalo's got to be killed. So we're hoping that we can get him out. We're shortening the rope right now. He's actually making a higher angle too, which is better. One live buffalo. We saved one buffalo. We saved one buffalo. Everybody knows that hunts in Africa, how dangerous the buffalo are generally, but this area is the worst. I know Mike, I've hunted with him many times before, since he was a young man. He's still a young man, but I have absolute confidence in his ability to take care of any situation. So we'll get up early. It'll be 4:30 in the morning when we'll be up and start the day. We're going to be heading out buffalo hunting, so we'll just have to be really careful.
I go. I will
We just saw 4 buffalo.
You just saw 4 buffalo?
Yeah. Down in this ditch.
Did you see that?
Shoot again, Jim.
Did you see that?
Shoot again, Jim. Shoot again. Reload the gun. 23.5. Shoot it, Jim. Shoot it again.
Yeah.
Good job. Nice job, Jim. Sheesh. Good thing you had a gun, huh?
Mike, I wasn't shaking after the hippo. I'm freaking shaking now.
It was stuck in the ditch. I heard you guys shot it. I didn't know where the buffalo was coming from. Then I saw him come from the front. And he came straight into the front of the bumper. He almost knocked himself out, I think. He got stuck underneath the bumper.
Getting up, so then I figured I didn't want him in the back seat.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He hit this. Look how he broke the front of the car.
Holy smokes, Mike! He would have killed it. He would have killed that young man dead.
Oh, for sure.
That's like not even 300 yards from here. This is nuts, and this is an old Dugga bull by himself. This isn't part of a herd. The young man went by it. The bull didn't charge because he was probably too far away. We came up this ditch, and it came right out of here. There was no warning, zero. Attacked the truck.
Look how he hit his horn on the front on the car, eh, Jim?
That's crazy.
See that, huh?
Yeah, look at that. Hey, he busted all this in.
Look here, Jim, where he got his head caught on the car.
Yeah.
Over here and over here.
Yeah, scratched it all the way down, eh?
Look at the dent over here. This is solid steel. Look at this.
Man, oh man, my computer. And this side too, eh? He got both. His horns just got in.
Oh, he was fighting the front of the car. He disappeared underneath the car.
No, and no, we could still see him. You couldn't see him. He was just trying to get his head loose, and then he was coming up again.
He's very thin though, huh?
Yeah, I know.
I think you know what it is, Jim. There's no grass for them to feed on. They're having to walk very, very far for water. And I think it just makes them get very aggressive, you know? I think life is pretty difficult for them. Let's go. Good job, baby. Tattoo. Wait, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
There's no wounds on it, nothing.
Nothing wrong with him. He's just very skinny.
Just very skinny from, look at the size of them, eh? Holy smokes. So on all the meat, it'll all be used, eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Every ounce. We'll apparently be attending a big celebration today because we got rid of one more buffalo. We weren't planning on it. We weren't looking for buffalo. I mean, that's just bad luck for both sides. But I mean, on the other hand, if we didn't get them, someone's going to die. So that's not being dramatic. You didn't see the charge. We saw the charge. We faced it. We were lucky we were up in the vehicle.
Yeah.
The Maasai wouldn't be so lucky.
Let's go.
Coming here was something that I had to do. This has been a fantastic experience here in Maasai land with the Maasai people, sharing an evening of celebration in their boma for the Piga Mbogo. The buffalo got killed. We didn't come to shoot a problem buffalo, and that buffalo, as far as I know, didn't cause anybody any problem. We came to hunt. We came to hunt, pure and simple. No apologies. Don't have to make excuses. Don't have to justify it. We came to hunt, and this is the result. I think we've earned respect, and we've definitely made new friends. That in itself is worth coming over and have that buffalo. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Zuri Sana. Zuri. Coming here was something that I had to do. And Bobby Fontana was a great man, a great hunter, family man, and a leader.
So they creeped in to see if there are any lesser kudu standing here. They came in from this side over here. The PH came over here. Bob was standing over here. And he was standing right over here. The buffalo was in the bush over here. It was in July, so the bush was actually much greener and thicker than now.
So you couldn't see.
You couldn't see anything. After 1 minute, they heard wah, and the buffalo was coming.
So they came in quietly standing and nothing, and
Nothing, and suddenly wah, he came. So he ran that way, and the PH moved back here and drew his gun. The buffalo had already hit Bob.
already hit Bob here.
Yeah.
So the PH got from this side to the
He
other
just
side.
literally went like this with his gun, and the buffalo had already hit. That's how fast it came.
Just walk, no time to
No
even-
time to react. And Bob was trying to get his rifle off the sling. He was already smashed. There's just no time. The buffalo took Bob on its horns this way. Came by this tree here with him on the horns.
Yeah.
On the horns. And then it dropped him right over here. And then it started dropping its head down on top of him and crushing him.
Alafu ile pech anakuja mpaka hapa piga
When the buffalo was on top, he shot the buffalo in the back of the head.
mboga na
The
mbuga,
buffalo died.
alafu tunafuta mbogo huku
They pushed the buffalo off to the side.
kuangalia bobu tayari ishafariki.
When they got the buffalo off, Bob was already dead. This is the grave they made for him.
Okay. Yeah, I just want a minute. Can I just have a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Just give me a chance here.
Essa marcha é peki aqui.
Darn it. I don't know if I could have made any difference if I was here. I don't know. I would have tried, Bobby. Help, one of the simplest words in any language. A word that can, by its uttering, make heroes and reveal cowards. It's a word that, in the compassionate, breaks through every barrier of language, religion, color, and culture. Help, the most basic of human pleas. When that call comes, no matter from where, the meaning is clear. A person, a family, a people, a country is suffering and in need. And there can be only one response by anyone with compassion, to act, to do something, everything in their power to aid, no matter the risk to their own life and limb. There's no way to predict when each and every one of us will someday hear that call for help. It could be today on a roadway, or tomorrow as you walk to work, or it could come to you in a faraway land from a people terrorized by a monster. I can hear him getting pissed off.
He's behind you.
I see him. I can see him there.
It's the bull, yeah. What? This is the bull, yeah, on the right.
The one facing us?
Yeah.
With his head towards us?
Yeah.
Coming over behind. What?
Hey.
This is cool. This is way cool. Hey, Jumbo. Jumbo. We're in the village of Batakiwa here in Tanzania at a soccer game. We just brought a blue bag full of humanitarian bits and pieces for these people, things that aren't easy to get over here. But it doesn't take a whole bunch of effort for us from North America to supply them, as long as you're here on the ground in these places. It's part of hunting. This is the humanitarian side. That's what we do. We got soccer ball. We got crayons for the kids, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and where's Mike?
Right here. You need a bodyguard.
Hey, turn around, Mike. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Look at the camera. We got something very, very important for the kids.
They'll remember me forever.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Those are from hunters from North America. That bag goes back to the school, and they'll distribute it now to all the kids. I mean, this is fantastic, right? This is what we get to do as hunters, come to these places. I mean, you can donate money from North America, but how much actually gets here? This got here, and we know it got here. It got right to the kids, got right to these villagers. It's fantastic. You know, almost scored. Made a great save. Oh, he did score. Look at him, he's going crazy. This is one of the greatest parts of being a hunter. These kids are so happy that we're here. This is a difference we can make. I mean, you're a bit of an ambassador. Okay, my turn. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, baby. Peace. Peace, baby. Peace, baby. Peace, baby. That's cool. That's really good. Thank you.
Sana mara nyingi wanapotoka bondeni huwa wanakuja wanazuru mashamba yetu ya mihogo.
Sehemu gani wanasumbua?
Kote huko. Maana kalisi wanatokea bondeni huko. Bondeni kule hapa wanatokea bondeni huko. Sana wanachimba mihogo yetu ovyo.
Jim, they're saying that the hippo comes here every night and they're farming cassava and it comes and ruins their fields, and it's really scary to them, you know, it's really aggressive. So they even don't want to go out at night.
Is it one or is it more?
It's one bull they're telling you about.
Oh, okay.
So they're asking as well if you can help them, you know. They need help, otherwise, you know, they can't continue farming because their whole livelihood has been ruined by the hippo. See, this is all that's left. This is the cassava, which is what they're farming, and the hippos have ripped this out of the ground and completely ruined their crop.
There's the problem, right? They get no compensation for this, so what do? They end up with no food for their family. What's the choice for them? They have to go kill the hippo or turn to poaching, right, to make money. I mean, I would do the same thing. Anybody out there would do the same thing if your kids were starving. I mean,
you know, the problem is what they can do is they can put pesticide on the and that'll kill all the hippos. But they're asking us for help to kill the one hippo, you know.
What's that?
Salama, unaitwa nani?
Mimi Mshamu
He's got a big farm, but he says he's struggling to make a living because every night the hippos are coming in. It just makes life very difficult for him. Kweli na ile boko mbaya sana hawa. Kweli? Mbaya. You know, they've asked for help from the game department. The game department's so busy trying to control the elephant poaching, they don't really have time to help these guys.
Take care of the hippo problem.
Huyo wanataka sisi nasaidia? Ndio. Sawa. He says he'll be very grateful if we help him.
Tell him we'll do our best.
Thank you. Asante mama, nashukuru.
Thank you.
Asante sana. Asante. Habari. Salam. Wanagopa, hajawahi kuona mzungu eh?
We're just trying to figure out how much damage these.
Yeah, Jim, she's having the same problem as well. You know, her farm's down here, and she says as well.
They're coming all the way down
coming.
this way. Eh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the fifth person in a row down here, fifth farmyard that has been having trouble with these same hippos. We've gone to the village. On the way in, it was incredible. I mean, at least 5 of the little farmhouses we went by, people waved us and asked for help on the problem they're having with the hippos wrecking their crops. This is like a scourge here on the outlying areas. So now we're going to head back into the reserve, and tomorrow morning we'll start to hunt for this hippo to try and help these people. You have to help them. I mean, they asked. That's part of being human. They asked us. We'll do our best to help them out with this hippo problem. It's going to be cooking hot today, but I put a shirt on this morning because it's cool. No clouds. But that won't last for long. Always check your boots to make sure there's no scorpions inside. Wearing gaiters to give me just a little bit of protection against a snake bite. If you just step, when they go whack, there's enough material here that'll stop the fangs from getting to me. Pretty simple life out here, sleeping underneath the stars. It's really, really quiet. There's no jet airplanes flying over top of you, no sirens in the background. You always sleep with a gun out here. You never know what can show up. .500 grain nodular solids.
That should do the trick, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
Yeah, if I have to shoot, I'll shoot for the lungs.
Okay, sounds good.
If you have to shoot.
You have only an emergency situation.
Let's see yours. What are you shooting?
I'm carrying an 1895 Greener, 577. 750 grain bullet.
Wait a minute, there's really something wrong with this. What's wrong with this picture?
Looks about right, no? Guns like this are made for guys like me to shoot, not guys like you to shoot. See my neck?
Yeah, I see your neck.
That's why.
Hey, that's the same neck I saw in the Museum of Natural History on a Neanderthal that they recreated. When you say 1895, that's not the model. That's the actual year.
That's the year.
That's the year, 1895.
Yeah.
I shoot a bolt action with a scope so I can actually precisely place the bullet. Mike's job is, if we have a pickle where he has to shoot right now, doof, doof, and he doesn't shoot until they're close because he gets 2 shots. Whereas I can start shooting out at 50, 60 yards. 2 different types of guns to deal with 2 different types of problems. What's that? We followed all the tracks of the hippos. They're all in this area. They're staying here during the day and going out to the fields at night. We can't track the individual bull that's causing the trouble. So we have to keep checking all these little pools to see if he's there. One of these pools, we will find this bull. Water's all dried up in this area. It's not easy to find the pools. They're scattered far and wide along the whole valley bottom. And this is where they're hiding out. They're coming in outside of the reserve, and then they're using the reserve to protect themselves from the game department that has, they'll shoot them for predation reasons. The thing is, the old bull, that big old bull that's been causing all the trouble, we didn't see him. And the last thing you want to do is crawl around in here and provoke one of the other ones to attack, because they don't want to shoot the wrong one. It has to be the right one.
But from here to the crops, it's not very far.
So that's what they're doing.
This is where they hang out in the day, and then nighttime they cause the trouble in the crops.
Hippo trail is pretty distinct.
It pretty much goes straight to the fields, eh?
Goes straight in from the
Back
fields,
and
yeah.
forth from the fields.
So we know that this bull, the problem bull, hasn't cut off the trail. The problem will be trying to find him among all the other hippos. We're gonna have to try and separate him, figure out which one he is, and surgically remove him. Because he's the one that's causing all the trouble in the village. The other ones, they're predating on the crops, but they're pretty passive. This one is a serious concern. So we'll try and locate him, but it's not going to be easy.
Crocodile eggs.
These are crocodile eggs. Something found them after the mother crocodile laid the eggs and dug them up and ate them all, killed them. That looks older, right? Yeah, older one. Big old bull. What's that? That looks older, right? Yeah, older one. You think that's it?
Just wait, I've got to check. I want to make sure it's got the same description those guys told us about.
No, he's onto us.
I just want him to lift his head so I can see the tusks.
Go up this bank. There he goes, Mike. There he is.
It's not the right one.
What?
It's not the right one.
Not the right one?
No. You know, the villagers described all the scars to us. He doesn't have the right scars.
If we keep doing this, we're gonna have the right scars.
Hey, Mike. Just wait. Just tell him to stay close to us. You have to stay with us. You can't stay back.
Wait, you're dangerous.
This looks like a bull. There's another one over there.
Yeah, there's a whole pile of them in here, Mike.
Come.
They know we're here now.
Come, enjoy. See what I got, Numa. Enjoy.
Yeah, they took off. Damn. Should have waited till they're in the water. Oh, there he is.
I didn't see him.
That's a male.
Yeah. Come.
The male's up on the hill up here to the right.
I just want to scout out what we're dealing with here.
Look at the little baby. That's the ball up top. No, don't even think it. The male's up on the hill up here to the right. No, don't even think it.
Let's go up here.
Mike to the left.
The young bull.
What's this? That's the older one.
Oh, let me see.
That's not the one.
No, that's not the one. Aja dulu. Atau abi kole.
Remember, these are the bull that they've been having trouble with. Hey, Mike, you think he's in this bunch?
They say he always stays by himself at the back.
Okay.
The villagers said.
Just be careful. What we don't want to do is provoke a charge. But we still have to find this. We have to find the bull that's causing the problems. Don't push him, Mike.
I'm not pushing them.
Oh, he's running. Mike. He's gone. He's gone. That's the bull that the villagers have been having trouble with. We almost got him.
Let's go look in the bushes here. They're what? Go look in the bushes. They must still be in the bushes here.
They're not here. The only thing worse than finding hippos is losing hippos. They're somewhere now in the bush.
Go.
That's a cow, right?
Yeah.
Mike.
She's blind in the eye. She's blind. She can't.
Oh yeah, she can't see out the side.
They're all females.
That's what?
These are females.
Darn it. Oh, don't even think it.
We just need to find one.
The other ones went up the bank. Yeah.
Not females.
What's this right up here? What is it?
Female.
Here comes another one.
Young bull. With one ear.
That one's got one ear.
Yeah.
There, what's that? That's a male. What's that? Big scars.
Yeah.
There. Mike. What is it?
Female.
Here comes another one.
Young bull. With one ear.
That one's got one ear.
Yeah.
There, what's that? That's a male. What's that? Big scars.
Yeah. No, female.
There. Mike.
No, leave it.
What?
Leave it.
That wasn't him.
No, that's a female.
That was a male.
It wasn't, it was a female, I promise you. I was looking here with the binoculars at the female. I'll show you, he's very particular.
Is he?
Yeah, the description is really particular.
You know what? When they're 20 feet away like that, they all look like marauding terrorist hippos to me. Every single one of them.
We know you have an allergy for these things.
Tell me about it. Mike and I have had some really interesting experiences with hippos in these kind of situations. He's got a poor guy. Hippo stepped on him, yeah. The hippo broke his shell and knocked him upside down. He couldn't move. And then the ants found the broken part, and they've been slowly eating him alive. When you're out here, you're faced with moral dilemmas all the time. What do you do with that turtle? Do you kill it? That's not legal. It's not legal for me to kill that turtle. What do you do? Let it get eaten alive by ants? That turtle should be put out of its misery. It should be, but we can't.
That's a bull. Let me just make sure. Big bull. We found 2 bulls. We think one is the bad one, but we're not sure. We can't tell. We gotta try and get a look at them. That's the one making the noise like that.
Is it?
He's still in there, Mike.
He's facing left, and his whole rear end is to the right. I can hear him getting pissed off.
He's behind you.
I see him. I can see him there.
This is the bull, yeah. What? This is the bull, yeah, on the right.
The one facing us?
Yeah.
What is that doing?
Yeah.
Coming up from behind. What?
Hey!
Coming up from behind. What? Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Lakini lazima napiga hiyo. Lazima.
Damn it. Just went down. Too dangerous. Shoot.
But that's total self-defense. We didn't provoke it or anything. It came from behind us, you know.
Yeah.
And gave it the benefit of the doubt, but honestly, it was going to kill somebody. I was just about to shoot when you
Yeah.
shot.
I could have shot earlier.
Yeah, but I thought it might turn, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I was hoping.
Yeah. No, you did the right thing. There was no other option there. Look here. This is where it was.
Oh, darn it. You know, every time you come into a place like this, you take a chance with your own life and everyone around you. I mean, and you know, Mike and I are responsible for everybody. I mean, Mike particularly in this case, because he's the professional hunter. This is his house. And every time he walks in the woods here with anybody, this can happen. It doesn't, you know, unprovoked. You walk along hunting for bushbuck. I mean, Bobby Fontana they were looking for lesser kudu, and a buffalo came out of the bush just to kill them. You know, no chance, right? It happens. You have to do it with extreme prejudice. And in fact, we gave it way more chances to turn than we should have.
It was really inside of our safety zone.
For me, with a scope and a bolt action, it was well inside my safety zone. It was already, you know, 20 yards inside where it should have been for me. Still, I did the same thing. I mean, I don't want to shoot it. Like, back off. We're not coming here for you.
No.
Obviously, it's a bad one. You know, there's no reason for that. That's not cornered. That's not nothing. That's tracking us down and coming right at us. You know, this one will eat someone just as bad as the other one. It'll kill them. So, but it's not the one we were after. I don't like that. Look at that, how massive. That thing would cut you right in half.
Oh, whew.
Look at that. And you got these great big epicanthic arches, I guess is what
exactly.
They're
Ancient animal.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, for sure. Look at that. It's the thickest skin there is.
But this is the anti-poaching team, eh? With all the AK-47s. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you want to take some fillets for the
Village? Yeah, for sure. Take the whole big backstrap.
Sasa kama ya ng'ombe inakula huwezi kujua. Bongo.
That's the sirloin. This is the fillet, yeah, the sirloin. That's it. That'll make about a couple hundred steaks for a whole village. The two backstraps, I mean, it's fantastic. I don't know what else we could have done. We had to go in and had to try and, you know, dig that bad one out of there, but...
You know, hippos are one of the most neurotic animals I know. As soon as you get in their safety zone, they get very nervous and they charge you. And that's exactly what happened this morning. We didn't know that hippo was behind us.
Yeah.
And it walked towards us, not knowing that we were there, and suddenly it sensed us. And that's just right when I shouted to let it know that we were there, and obviously to try and turn and let it run away.
Get a warning, yeah.
And with that, it just dedicated a charge straight at us.
Yeah, no, it was going to kill somebody.
That just shows you the character of a hippo. They're very dangerous, and you can see why they kill more humans than any other mammal.
Yeah.
It's because they're so neurotic, you know.
We didn't have a choice.
So it came from behind us.
Yeah, we went. It wasn't provoked. It totally on its own. But the point is, people will say, well, why were you even in there? You know they're dangerous animals. Why were we there? And in my mind, there's no choice because the villagers asked us. If someone asks for help and we're capable of giving that help, you help them. This is the counterinsurgency on the poaching part.
Exactly.
Win the hearts and minds of the people.
Exactly.
And they will then kick the poachers out, keep them out, they'll ostracize them from inside their own social circles, not from us outside telling them to do it.
Exactly.
They'll do it out of respect. Well, we just earned their respect. We didn't get the animal they wanted, though.
No, to be honest, Jim, if you didn't assist the villagers, they would just use diazine poison, a pesticide, put it on their crops, and it would kill every single hippo. So instead of going to that means, they ask us to take care of a single hippo that's causing a problem to them.
Keep it on the road. Let's get some real speed. Oh, keep it on the road. There you go. We've got the hippo llama. Llama's meat. Yeah. So we're bringing it back into all the people that the hippo destroyed their crops. Here they are. Look at that. The word's already out in the village.
Habari yako mzee? Habari za leo?
Safi tu.
Salama?
Hali vipi?
Haya.
Bwana tunashukuru ile msamaha ulipata bwana.
Sinapata bahati, sinapata ile boko. Ninapata.
Tulipata ile bwana. Asante sana.
Hii ni boko, ile boko unakuwa unasumbua wewe.
Asante sana.
No, that's repayment for all the crop privation by the hippos on their cassava crops. This makes a difference. This is what you have to do again to win the hearts and minds of the people in the area. You know, these guys, they didn't poison the hippos. They didn't go poach them. You know, they got me. They told us, asked us.
And that's just cool. Hey, that's so cool. They give the meat to Yama to Mama.
Waje kuja safari ile ndio leo wametogea huo mzigo. Ndio. Tunawashukuru sana wazee.
Asante jamani. Siku nyingine.
Thank you very much. Asante.
It's awesome to help them, man. Yeah. They see how much they appreciated it.
Yeah, I mean,
so
they're trying to be legal. Like, they don't want to go kill or poachers. 99% of the people in the world are good people. You just got to believe that. Yeah. Not everybody's a poacher just because they live here.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you can give them an option to becoming that instead of forcing them into that trade that they don't even want any part of.
Well, they're trying to make an honest living.
Yeah, of course they are.
It's just hard to make an honest living when you live amongst big game.
And you're right on the front lines. You're right on the front lines where the wildlife and humans meet. There's always going to be conflict, and the wildlife loses 100% of the time. But on a bigger picture, these people suffer. They're suffering, and they're people. You know, to say, "Oh, let them suffer," it's wrong. Come here, feet on the ground, and say that to those people. Look at their little children and their wife, and tell them, "Yeah, your crop should be ruined. That's a sacrifice you should make." It's not right. It's not right. You do the one thing that you have to do, and that's help them. Help them.
In the heart of this harsh, arid land, choking on its own dust, there's a mountain called Odonyalingai. It means the mountain of God. There on that mountain's shoulders, the first humans walked the earth. There they left their footprints in the volcanic ash, and there they hunted. It's really the birthplace of hunting, the beginning, and the mountain bears witness to the struggle for survival, the fight to live, and ultimately bears witness to the dying and the dead. One man fights alongside the Maasai, fights shoulder to shoulder with the warriors, fights to enlighten the world to the plight of the wildlife of Maasai land and the plight of the people. He is Michel Menthiakis, and you'll find him in the shadow of Odonyalingai, the mountain of God.
There it is. Oldonya Lingai. To the Maasai of Tanzania, it means mountain of God. But to us, it means the birthplace of hunting. This is where it all began. Right here. That's the Great Rift Valley beside me. And on this side is the escarpment formed when the tectonic plates of this continent were spreading apart, pulling, crashing back against each other. And we're here. We're here on a journey of discovery, of exploration. We're going to see the Maasai, the people that presently live here. I've heard there's a drought in the area, a bad drought, so we're going to be checking up on that. We're going to be trying to figure out how the wildlife's doing in this area. We'll start our journey of discovery right here in this place where hunting began.
This valley here, this depression you're seeing coming off the escarpment, if you go upstream from here, all the way up Saleh Plains, you get to Olduvai Gorge. And upstream from Olduvai is the Laetolia Plains, where they found the oldest fossilized footprints.
We're in the epicenter. This is where it all started, the beginning.
This is the cradle of mankind. As hunters, we're supposed to be everything. We're supposed to be explorers. We're supposed to be adventurers. We're supposed to be conservators, guardians, stewards of the wilderness. We're supposed to be educated so we can explain all this to our clientele and about how it all ties together, about the history, the culture.
Right, put it in perspective.
Yeah, put it in perspective. So,
and when you say supposed to be, to me, you're not really a hunter until you are all those things.
first and foremost, the conservation we practice, the protection of the environment, the wildlife, the wilderness. Education is very important. And the more we know, the better we can explain, the better we can serve our clientele. It's that simple.
So we're headed right to the shoulders of Oldonya Lingai, and we'll be hunting just like our ancestors did in this area all through here.
Yeah.
These are the Maasai people. What are the Maasai doing right here?
Basically, that's salt or minerals.
What was that? Can I stop and see?
Yeah, let me hear. Imagine how many years of evaporation. The water level coming up with the minerals and then evaporating, drying down. And this feels like a rock.
These ladies are entrepreneurial, you'd call them. They're selling the salt blocks that they've actually cut from the Lake Natron. As the water recedes and over and over, you get layers and layers of the salt built up, and that's what they're selling beside the road. So we got to buy some of the salt. You see? Natron, but there's not a whole bunch of lake out there right now. The water's really low. The Maasai are bringing their cattle to there's a spring that comes out of a big gorge. They can't let them drink out of the lake. It's too alkaline. They would die. Everything's overgrazed. They need rain. They need rain to green this place up. That's a white-bearded wildebeest that died because of the drought, eh?
Looks like it. Looks like jackals and maybe hyena have been on it.
Was it 2-year-old?
Looks like a 2-year-old. Only thing it's been eaten is actually one leg. If it doesn't rain within the next month and a half, there's going to be a massive
Gonna be a whole bunch, eh?
that can go into the hundreds or into the thousands. There was a massive die-off in 2009. There was a die-off last year that probably went into the hundreds. 2009, it probably got into the thousands.
Is that right, eh? I mean, it's nature, but it's harsh.
And this is only like late September. And all the weaker animals will be taken out.
This is pretty cool. This is just a little Maasai village. It's actually a pretty fancy village on the way to Odonyalingai. I'm not sure what they're... What are they cooking here? What are they cooking here?
Bark, roots, leaves. This is one of those concoctions they make.
For eating or for...
Or for drinking. Extensive use of this type of acacia will send you into a trance.
Oh, really?
When the warriors drink it a lot, and when they get hyper excited, they fall into a trance. I have seen it so many times. And when they get up, they are devoid of any emotion, of any sensation. You could hit him on a club on his head, he ain't going down. You could shoot him, he ain't going down.
So you gotta get your heart rate up, adrenaline going out, and bam.
And it just hits them. And then it kicks in. You start seeing these guys dropping one by one. And they pull them aside. And I mean, it's like uncontrollable spasms and convulsions. And when they get up from there, careful. Got to pull him aside because
he's going to fight.
You don't want to mess with him. If he will do, you will not be able to control him.
That's cool. We should take some of that and try it.
I don't know. Two water tanks. The Bowser comes up here, fills up this.
Okay.
The water pump pops it up to the tower. By us being here, we're serving conservation and we're serving the community. This is a dry year. There's not enough water for cattle and people. They have to trek something like 13, 14 kilometers.
Well, they're going to carry the water.
They're going to carry the water back. They're going to load up the donkeys, as many of the donkeys will carry, and the rest they will carry on their heads or two on each hand and walk back.
This is really neat. All these Maasai people are here to get water. Michelle is bringing in. The water gets paid for by hunting dollars. Without this, these people wouldn't have water right now, especially during this drought. This is one of those times when I'm most proud to be a hunter and most proud of the work that hunters do, not only in conservation, but in the humanities. I mean, all of these people, all of these Maasai, during a drought here in the Lake Natron area of Tanzania would be without water right now if it wasn't for hunters. If it wasn't for hunters' dollars, that's who's paying for all of this, hunters. It's not about killing an animal. That's what people don't realize that are anti-hunting. know, part of the problem, I suppose, is we as hunters haven't done our job well enough to show what hunting's really about. This is what it's about right here. Look at these people. Look at these ladies waiting in line for hours to get water, and all the fundraising that people do for charitable organizations. Yeah, they do good work, but it doesn't even scratch the surface when you're feet on the ground over in places like this. Hunter dollars are taking care of these people, bringing water to them as close as it can be brought, and they walk the rest of the way.
Another very, very important function that our presence affords the local population is that we have transport. None of these surrounding villages have any access to a vehicle. Somebody falls sick, they need to take him to a hospital. They are totally dependent on us. There's no taxi service out here, there's no transport service, there's nothing. There's only us.
Yeah. So without the hunting, then these people just basically...
Without the hunting, this community would suffer a lot more than they would have to. There's no one out here to give them any assistance.
Well, I mean, you can see it. They're totally ignoring us. It's all about the water here.
It's all about the water.
That's the footprint of a hunter from 120,000 years ago. You know, according to scientists, those of faith might think that this happened a little bit later. But the fact is, it happened. And this spot right here proves it. This is a 120,000-year-old footprint in volcanic ash that's solidified. And it was covered, and as erosion exposed the footprints of this hunter. This obvious man, I mean, it's a big print. He's barefooted. You can actually see his toes. It's incredible. Incredible to, touch the spot. Look at this. There's more here too. Look at here. More here. That is just unbelievable. To stand here, this is the place, right here. This is where it began. The birthplace of hunting, of hunters. Right here. Just want a second. Just want to be alone for a second. A beautiful, beautiful night. Not too windy. Stars are out. It's been an amazing day traveling in Tanzania to see Odonya Lingai, to actually see it for the first time. I mean, hunters don't have an official Mecca, but if there is one, if there is a Mecca that we all should aspire to pilgrimage to see, to witness, to bear witness, it would be Odonya Lingai, the mountain of God. It's right here. We're surrounded by the land that those original hunters had to survive in. We were here 120,000 years ago. Proof positive right there. And we're still here. That's a pretty long gig. That's a pretty long gig. Jumbo. There you go. Jumbo. These little Maasai, baby warriors, basically, they start herding the sheep and goats from when they're 2 years old, right near the corrals. And then later on, as they get older, like this young boy is probably 5 years old, he's miles and miles away from his house. No water, no nothing. The odds of a young Maasai making it past the age of 5 years is about 50-50. And that's a pretty harsh survival rate for youngsters. Wow. The plains have literally come alive with wildlife, zebras, Thompson gazelle, Robert's gazelle, which we're looking for camp meat. We think we spotted one really old one out here, a couple miles ahead of us. We're gonna get a little closer and check it out. From here on in, it's on foot. I believe we're going to get dressed up like the Maasai, like we're a Maasai herder. If I can, I'll get close enough to sit down and use one leg of the trigger sticks to get a good solid rest. The wind is horrible. It is what it is. I got my new outfit. One big one, but not as big. Tanzania, check out. Fourth from the right. Going broadside. Wind's right in our face. 200. Yep. I'm going to sit down, so make sure that mound isn't in the way. Which one is he?
The one on the right, looking up.
Distance?
213.
He's going to go fast. Fourth from the right. Going broadside. Wind's right in our face. 200. Yep. I'm going to sit down, so make sure that mound isn't in the way. Which one is he?
The one on the right, looking at you.
Yeah. Distance?
213.
He's going to go fast.
Wait a minute. He's going fourth from the back. Now the one on the left. The one on the left.
Broadside?
No, don't shoot another shot. He's going down. All right, he's going down. Leave him.
I'm not going to shoot. Wow, eh?
That's a magnificent ground.
He's absolutely gorgeous. So this is the Robert's gazelle. I got to admit, that's a pretty different stock. Like, you don't try and hide. There's no point. There's no hiding. There's no hiding out here. It's too flat. That's part of nature. I mean, we don't have the skills anymore to sneak right up like a lion would or a leopard and get one of these. So we're having to shoot at great distances out in this wide open plains in the wind. Tough shooting. He's really pretty color, right?
Very old, huh?
What's the difference in color on these and a Grant's gazelle?
Very little, very related. The scientific name is Granti robertsi and Granti granti.
I think it's magnificent example of a Robert's gazelle, and he's going to taste good. You know, we have camp meat now, though, so that was what we're planning to do today. And it's a magnificent old ram. To take him out of the herd is perfect biologically. And
Good luck, Shockey. Either that or a good pH, I'm not sure which.
we just stopped in at this little nightclub for a drink. We still got a long way to go. It's hot and dusty. So we're stopping for some refreshments.
Hapa ilitakiwa kila mtu anaofanya kosa ndogo ndogo, alikuwa mlevi, ametukana, amefanya kitu kibaya, lakini anasafisha watoto wa shule.
It's what? What's he saying?
It's not in this area, yes?
It's, hey, Michelle.
This tree is not in this area.
It comes from Ngorongoro.
Yes.
Ah,
This too, I think, is the same type of wood.
hardwood, yeah.
It's a real skull splitter. You see the pimple?
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, just,
That pimple, that's what gets you.
and these are their clubs. Here's another one coming. Let me see. Let me see.
Hello. Mwisho anasema mgeni. Mwisho anasema mti mzuri kama hiyo. Mti gani? Umempa nani? Umempa yule kijana?
They're coming at Michelle hard because he's the one coughing the cash. We started a bit of a riot here because I bought one of these knockaberry clubs. Now I'm the proud owner of 6 of them. These are what they walk around with for protection. If they get in a pickle with somebody else, they just bonk them on the head. They're not made for tourism, for resale. These are made for themselves to use, and I'm buying them from them used.
You don't have one that kind.
We just found a giraffe blade. We just found a giraffe blade, the Maasai blade with a giraffe on it. These are pre-1950s. That's awesome. These are different gourds. They fill them full of milk, fill them full of water, fill them full of blood. Someone's going to get hurt in here. There's knives flashing everywhere. I don't know what's going on, but the Maasai ladies and men are handing knives and gourds, knockaberries. We ran out of money driving the bank. I got to go back and get some more. What happened here now? This is it. We've gone down to the lowest of the low. We've run out of money. We're now borrowing it from all the guys in the back, the trackers. This is incredible. This trade, this commerce has been going on through this area for hundreds of years, probably thousands of years. Fortunately, everybody runs out of money at some point. Absolutely perfect. Bye-bye, thank you. Now we're pretty lucky, so we're good for a bit anyway. It's a big camp, and we've moved off the Felly Plains into a lot more broken country. We've actually set up a camp, and the mountain right in front of us, what's this called?
Oldonyo Sambo, Spotted Mountain.
Oldonyo Sambo, Spotted Mountain.
walking strip.
This is so incredible because you know that our ancestors were walking these same trails, hunters for 100,000 years, 150, 200,000 years have been coming up here to hunt for their game, hunt and gather. Spectacular. This is hunter's eyes only get to see this. Wow.
It's beautiful up here, isn't it?
It's spectacular. How high are we right now? 6,000, 7,000?
More like 7,000.
7,000 feet.
More than 7,000, yeah.
Wow.
This mountain formed before the Rift Valley.
Really?
That's why it got split into half. East Africa came off and then came and slammed into Africa and keeps slamming. And the plate tectonics started happening. The Rift did this.
And that's
it split the mountain in half.
Disappeared half the mountain.
According to geologists, this is the oldest mountain around.
That's kind of cool because I'm definitely the oldest guy in this hunting party. We're not going to get back before dark. It's been an honor just to be able to experience this wild half mountain. You know that hunters have been using this area for as long as there's been hunters in Africa. I'm going to enjoy every step of this exploration of Tanzania, the wildlands of Tanzania, the uncharted places. Even now, back at the truck, the guys talk with reverence. It's a feeling that you just have to experience to understand. It's a hunter's feeling. And this place is a hunter's place. No one else ever gets here. Just hunters. Always has been that way. And I suspect and I hope it always will be. We're heading back to camp now. Got a long drive down a rocky road. Shelly just called me from my tent. We've apparently got a problem where a lady is trying to deliver a baby and the baby's stuck in the birth canal. So they sent a warrior from the village to come over here to see if we could help them out a little bit.
Sangapi alianza? Ni masaa mangapi tangu ameanza lakini ameshinda? Okay, this is what's going on. These guys are neighbors. They are the corrals which are about 4 kilometers from here. His brother's wife went into labor today around midday. While they were down here collecting water, a runner came down saying that this woman's been in labor but unable to deliver. This is her third childbirth. This is her fourth labor. Fourth time she's having a child. So now she's probably been in labor for anything from 6 to 5 hours. From what I'm understanding from them. And if the experienced midwives that they have, with all the experience that they have, can't deliver that baby, there's only one solution. You've got to get her out of there, get her quick.
Is there a hospital around, or where are they actually?
We're going to send Remy, the hunting driver with hunting truck. If he goes straight there all the way to Kitumbeni, he should be back here by midnight.
Well, you gotta go, you gotta move now, you can't wait, yeah. We're gonna try and set a video camera along. We can't go with them because there'd be too many people in the vehicle. They're gonna be going with a bunch of guys to help out. I want to go, but we can't go. Okay, we're gonna show Remy how to run the video camera, so hopefully he can document some of this. Hopefully the baby's gonna be okay. We gotta do it quick. Okay, it's just like this. Okay, okay. Good luck. Tell the lady we hope she's better.
Now here's the scenario. What happens if we're not here? 2 lives are gone.
Dead, yeah. They're dead. Things are so simple for us, things we take for granted. I mean, no one ever wants that to happen. You know, if it was in North America, even with a midwife, they would have already been in the hospital. You know, right there, the doctor makes the call, baby in distress, baby survives, mother survives. You know, end of conversation. But here, son of a gun.
Jim, this occurs to us quite often. And this happens every few weeks. 2 weeks ago, we had another emergency. This woman was very ill and she was coughing up blood. What can we do? We took her all the way to Arusha. You get a situation like this, that's way beyond our capability, way beyond their capability. That needs a real pro, a real doctor to deal with. With some luck, she should be in medical attention within about an hour and 20 minutes. And I hope she's still in good shape.
I hope she is, hope the baby is.
It all depends on her health, how strong she is.
So you've got two vehicles out tonight on medical emergencies. One on a lady recovering, and one we just got.
One on a lady that needs assistance.
You seem so like I'm so frustrated. You can't. I mean, this lady could die. The baby could die. You know, I mean, both could die. You know, and every minute, you know, imagine these guys sitting there, the father of this unborn baby and the husband of this wife sitting there, watching. You know,
you can't imagine how many people die of curable diseases or conditions purely because of lack of medical infrastructure, transport, things like that out here. Life, how do I put it? I mean, you know,
life is harsh. Life is harsh. Life is demanding, but what you end up with is the strongest surviving.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple nature.
Mume wake?
Ndio.
Okay.
Sasa amesema hivi. Imekuwa Mungu amekuja karibu yetu. Haya.
Odi. Habari mama? Poleni. Poleni sana. Haya.
We were too late.
Babu ndo mume wake?
Ndio.
Okay.
Sasa amesema hivi. Imekuwa Mungu amekuja karibu yetu. Haya.
Odi. Habari mama? Poleni. Poleni sana. Haya.
We were too late. The baby died. God. You know, this is the real world out here. This is not a utopia. Your heart just weeps for that family, for the brothers and sisters of the baby, the mother, still, she survived, the father. Yeah, I can't imagine. The infant mortality is incomprehensible, it's unjustifiable, too sad to even comprehend. You can never do anything to. You can't even understand what happens to you. But all you can do is make a gesture. So we're taking a bag of tea and a big bag of sugar to that lady and her family. And you can't do anything to alleviate the pain they've got to be going through, the suffering. But what you can do is show a little compassion.
Just follow me. Coco,
how are you doing? Nice to meet you.
It's going to be tight in there. Just watch your head.
Tell her very, very sorry.
Mwingine anasema anatoa pole sana. Ni haya ni mipangilio ya
It's like holding a finger in the dike and this tidal wave's coming.
It's so easy to beat yourself up here. At the end of the day, God's will is what took place. And just philosophize it like that and move on. And just keep trying. Nothing else we can do.
It's a way of life that hasn't changed in a long, long time. I think if we take a lesson away, it's to be humble about what we have. My goodness sakes. Beautiful people. On January 4th, 1917, the East African sun's soft-filtered rays touched the back of a hard man as that man crawled forward towards a German force 5 times greater than his own. He lifted his head to better see and died. President Theodore Roosevelt wrote of this man's passing, "He led a singularly adventurous and fascinating life, with just the right alternations between wilderness and civilization." That man was Frederick Selous, and that remote part of Africa where he died is now the Selous Game Reserve, the largest game reserve in the world. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and home to a vast and varied wildlife population, including the fabled Roosevelt sable. And it's also home to one of humanity's greatest shames, home to one of the most horrific wildlife genocides this world has ever, and hopefully will ever, bear witness to.
finally. Ada tu mas, ada. Where? Let's just go drive around here. I think there's lots of sample tracks in here. It's really good for sample.
Holy smoke. We're traveling towards the Manduli Mountains, but we're actually going to meet up with Lupo, Santa Celia. He's our next PH. He'll take us off our good friend Michelle's hands.
I'll miss you guys.
Aww.
I'll miss you like a bullet in the head.
He giveth and he taketh away.
How you guys doing?
Doing really good.
You shot a monster over.
Michelle, congratulations. Well deserved. Well done, man. Thank you. Really. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay.
Shelley, really wonderful.
With a pleasure.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you mind? Can I drive? So I don't need dust.
All right. You see where there's all that green there? There's a green line in the middle of two valleys. There, around that area, there's what I shot.
I'm gonna go full camo. I think some of these could be really close encounters. So I'm also, FYI, wearing gaiters, because just driving in, you could see how much stinging nettle there is in this jungle. So at least part of me is gonna be protected. What else do I need? Cartridges. 458 Win Mag solids. And we're ready to go. Yeah, we're actually on assignment. We've got to somehow try and get a representative Harvey's Red Diker for a museum back in North America. Also, we have to take samples like hair samples and tissue samples, so that for their genome studies for these animals. And from what Michelle said, you know, this is the only place that there might be a huntable population, but no. So that's where you come in, because you've hunted here before.
When Michelle asked me, you know, Lupo, can you do this hunt? I said, yes, absolutely. I immediately sent one of my trackers with him so that they could set up the salts and set up the cameras and all of this.
Okay, so you've actually put salts out here then already this week?
Yeah, I put salts here just before you guys arrived, a few days before. You know, and we've put out trail cams.
Last question before we go buffalo.
They're further up in the mountain, but you know, I'll carry my gun anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just in case.
That's what I was gonna say. If you're gonna be bringing or expecting me to save you,
But aren't you a professional hunter?
yeah. If there's a bear out here, I'll save you rearing from a grizzly bear.
Let's just get the guys ready.
If there's a buffalo, you save me. So it'll be about 2 minutes.
Yeah, about 2 minutes and we can go.
Cool. We trust. This is the start of a big experiment, a big wildlife experiment.
You know how the hooves are like that?
Yeah.
See all the marks? It's a red diker. See? There. This was this morning. You see, it's still human. They've moved the thing. They've pushed it from there, brought it up to here to lick.
Fascinating. They've actually put salt out and figs just to see if that would attract them.
Yeah. See that? It's a red duiker.
When did they think it came in?
This was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Night, yeah.
It's a fascinating game of chess, trying to get these little forest animals. And, without going at night, which is not legal, and it's a lot easier, then you're forced to figure them out, and that's the hunting part. I mean, the whole trick on hunting is to figure out, it's like fly fishing, right? You want to figure out what hatch is happening right then, match your fly to the hatch, and, then the hunting part starts. It's a different type of hunting. It's not like a wolf or a pack. This is more like a snake laying camouflage, waiting for days on end, months. The animal has no idea that you're there. You see nature exactly as it is, and you start floating with the wave of nature. When we first come in, imagine just a gentle swell. When you come in, you disrupt it. But when you sit, after a while, it starts to come back into a stasis point, and then it's back into the flow.
That is awesome. Look at that. Look at him. That is really neat. Hey, little guy. Look at his toes.
And there's our mouse.
The mouse again. He's got his nest underneath that log or something.
He came in at 7:04. He stayed 2 minutes. That's good enough to shoot, I think.
I suspect that might be the best footage we'll get of a Harvey's red duiker.
All right, well, that's great news. I'm really happy.
That's really interesting. We sat this morning on one blind, but where they have another little salt lick 100 yards away, a young male red duiker came in, and we're 100 yards away on a different salt lick, so they're going to move our blind over to that salt lick. So tomorrow morning we'll get up early in the pitch dark and we'll be waiting in there, and hopefully the bigger one will come back in. I've collected over 30 snares in these mountains. Big cable wires end where there was buffalo. There's no buffalo left. They've all moved on to Lepurco, another mountain. Really? It's really bad. The moment people walk out, as soon as the hunting company goes, that's it.
As soon as the hunting stops. And there's no money to do anti-poaching.
Exactly. You see, people don't understand this about the importance of hunting. This is one of the most important things about hunting, is the fact that, caring companies make the effort and put the money into protecting their areas, not so much so that they can kill more, just so that they can be preserved, so that the animals can last longer in an area. Now the person that's got this block now has got a big challenge ahead of him, and he's trying really hard to revitalize it. But animals move out, they go.
No, I know it's a tough thing for people to understand. It's counterintuitive. You're killing, you're hunting. You came in here to kill an animal, and that's bad. You killed an animal. They don't realize that the money that we raise to do that protects 100 of those animals.
Yeah.
If we leave and the money's not here, they'll kill those 100 animals because they get the $5 an animal for meat.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's survival, but it's just such a tragedy.
It's eerie walking through here in the night or early morning, pitch black. Both of us have our .458 Winchester Magnums. The fog is all around us. It's dead still today. Cutting into the bush now. Gotta shut down. We're getting close. We'll see what the morning brings. I have high hopes today. Did we get him?
Yes, you did.
Sure?
Sure.
I'm totally shaking right now. I can't even...
Yeah, me too.
Holy smokes. Are you kidding me? You got him, man. He didn't get up and run. Are you kidding me? You got to be a hunter to know how I'm feeling right now. I mean, I'm literally shaking. I can't hold my hand steady. If we did it. So I shot right through here, right?
Yeah, in between the trees.
That is... Are you kidding me? There it is. Oh, look at that.
It's a perfect shot, dude.
Harvey's red diker. No way. No way.
This is it. The only known population that can be hunted of Harvey's red is this little patch of forest. It's literally a corner of Munduli Mountain called Galaioni, and we've just collected an unbelievable specimen.
You know what's most important on this?
Yes.
Because we did this, because we came in here, found the Harvey's red dikers, figured out how to hunt them, you're going to have more hunters coming now.
I imagine
which means
so.
more money, which means
For
more
the area.
anti-poaching, which
Absolutely.
means not only this little area, but we'll be able to push back the poachers,
Further.
get them right out of
Absolutely.
the Monduli Mountains. So you're not only a professional hunter.
I own 2 restaurants before I became a PhD. Yeah.
So you're a culinary.
Well, you'd say a connoisseur, not really a connoisseur. I dabble in cooking.
I got a question for you. You're a smart guy. You've been around. And
Imagine somebody walked up to you and said, why do you hunt? Why do you kill animals? Explain to me that the answer,
No,
your
I
answer.
don't see it as killing animals, sorry. I don't. You know why I do this? Because to me, it is the most humbling experience I've ever had. When I'm out here, I am an ant. I am this big and I could be crushed like that. I mean, there could be a buffalo right here, comes through here, and I'm done. I mean, I'm bacon, man. You know, I tried living in Europe. I did the whole university thing. I tried my own culture, my own people. They wouldn't understand me. They were, in fact, they were scared of me because I was different. Truly, I love wildlife. And if we don't do something about it, nobody will, and it will disappear. That's where you guys come in. When you come here, you help that dream, that vision happen.
Yep. Yep. We allow them to put it into effect.
Yeah.
Not just an ideology, but actually
a reality.
On the ground reality, yep.
Yeah. This is the epitome of perfection to me.
Exactly right. Hey.
Salud.
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 Salud. Today is transition day. We're leaving the Monduli Mountains and headed back to Arusha. We'll be there for a couple of days, I think, before we hook up with Mike Fell, our professional hunter, for the next leg of this journey. The animal I'm going to be looking for is called a Roosevelt sable. That's going to be a long shot whether we find one of those, but we're going to try. Arusha is like every other African city. It's just a hustle and bustle and action and noise. It's a kaleidoscope of color and movement and a cacophony of sound. The Nijiro Bar and Grill. That's what I told Mike that I'd meet up with him. Hello, Jumbo. Can I order, what is it? Antori. Soup. Bananas?
Yeah.
Banana. Okay, banana soup. That sounds good.
Jim Shockey. Can you believe it?
Mr. Fell.
How you doing, Jim? It's nice to see you. Are you well?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah. Welcome to the Nijiri Bar and Grill.
It's very fancy, yeah?
Yeah, nothing but the best for me.
Fine dining, huh?
It is.
Dinner for two.
So when are we leaving? What's the deal?
We put all the supplies on the airplane, so we just need to get all your stuff and put it on, and we'll be ready to go.
Myself all in a taxi just waiting. So.
Perfect. And then we're heading to the Salou Game Reserve first.
How much time do I have?
We've got to be there at 11:30, and we'll leave at 12. So we should go as soon as you're ready.
Okay, well, now I'm ready. We're on our way to the airport now. We met up with Mike. That's him in the back seat. We'll be flying across Tanzania to the Salou Game Reserve, the largest game reserve in the world, and it's $100 that support it, that have supported it right from the very beginning. I'm taking the co-pilot seat because I think I'm probably more qualified than Mike to fly this thing if I absolutely have to. Qualified, but totally unlicensed. Nice job.
Thank you.
Perfect landing. I must have flown, it seemed like 1,000 miles over nothing down below. You see the fires and trees, Moyambo Forest, Polea. President Roosevelt was the greatest conservationist ever. I mean, he started the whole park system, and if I can find and hunt a Roosevelt sable, I mean, that's a namesake animal. So I'd like to try and find that.
They live far in the woodlands, you know, so you've got to cover a lot of country. It's very desolate, very few roads, very little infrastructure. We're actually in the biggest game reserve in the world, but back in the day, it held the largest concentration of elephants in Tanzania. 10 years ago, there were about 100,000. They reckon there's probably 12,000 or less now.
So they're saying 90,000 poached, killed.
Exactly.
If that's real, if what you're telling me is true, then God forgive us, because we should have never let that happen. There's no way. But I'm not even going to go there right now.
My colleagues have described the rivers as being white with bones, elephant bones.
I hope we don't see that. Part of the process. If you want to go where normally poaching patrols, everyone else doesn't go, then you're going to have to deal with this stuff. Oh, looking good.
Yeah, he's off to the right.
Is he okay? Oh, they're running already.
Let's just go drive around, yeah. I think there's lots of sample tracks in here. It's really good for sample.
Nice, Jim. Jump, Jim. Yeah, jump here. Yeah. Nice, Jim. Roosevelt sable.
You're kidding me. We got him. Roosevelt sable. Holy smoke. Holy smokes, Mike. Just like that. You're kidding me. Roosevelt.
It's a smaller subspecies of the southern sable.
He's beautiful, eh?
Nice, yeah?
I just think that, you know, to me, like I say, this was a personal goal.
Yeah, sure.
To hunt a Roosevelt sable, I mean, that man was my hero.
Yeah, sure,
He should be all of our heroes that are hunters and
absolutely
conservationists. He was the greatest of them all.
Absolutely.
For me personally,
yeah,
this one's pretty important.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got him. Well done, Jim. Good
Thanks,
one.
Mike. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. the big jump and the touch. Mr. Roosevelt, thinking about you up there.
The Selous Reserve is so vast. There's huge chunks of area that no one's ever been to, at least not anti-poaching or hunters. The poachers themselves have been everywhere through here. So what we're doing today is thinking a little bit like the poachers. Where would we go? Well, we'd stay off the roads.
Tiny, yeah?
Yeah.
Very small elephant.
I mean, a big male, you know, would have his head like that.
Yeah.
This is just...
What, 3-year-old? 4-year-old, maybe 5-year-old at most.
Yeah, it would have had tusks like this long. It was
Yeah,
like
small,
nothing.
couple pounds.
Like, why would they shoot it?
Tidy, I mean. Yeah, complete pity.
So that's it. I mean, that might be 4 pounds. And they take none of the meat from these animals. So they're getting, what are they getting?
They're getting about $100 a kilo. We catch a poacher and another one just replaces them.
Hmm. It's a cow, eh?
Yeah, it's young, very small one.
Young, yeah. And the skull's been hacked, the face has been cut off with an axe to get the tusks out. It couldn't have had tusks that were more than 10 pounds.
Yeah, less even, probably.
Less. It's just like nothing. They killed this elephant. You can see the hyenas have actually chewed off all the soft part of the bone. It's just wrong. But it's not wrong for the poacher to do it. He's trying to survive. You know, it's subsistence for him. His family is probably starving. He's hurting. Maybe the elephants destroyed his crop. They're not bad people necessarily. They're just hurting for money. And this is $100 walking around. He just has to kill it. You can see the bones dry out enough, and then they'll burn on one of the fires in the summer. So they're you know, this one's been around probably for a couple of years. What's that all about, Mike? That's the poachers.
Yeah, carve their names in the tree.
I mean, how brazen is that?
That's how secret this valley is. They don't figure anyone will ever find it. I bet you no car's ever been here before.
Ever been? No.
Yeah.
No anti-poaching team, nothing. Till now. We found a poacher's camp because no one's ever been here before, anti-poaching or hunters. You know, I mean, they set up a big camp right here. How long ago, you figure?
Oh, in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Darn it. This one's definitely older.
Yeah, a couple of years older.
There's the brain cavity. Bottom jaw's over here. It's another small, young elephant. It's probably 4 years ago. One more year, this will burn up in the next fire.
There's too many of them, huh? The value of ivory is too much. You catch one group, and the value's so high, someone else just comes and replaces them. So there's probably like a group of 10 or so.
10 guys, eh?
Hunting elephants.
We just found the first sign of elephant at the water hole right by the tree that the poachers have carved their names into, and a mile away from the poacher camp. I mean, this is why they're here. They know the elephants are going to come down to drink, and they just wait and shoot them. That's one live elephant. Just one live elephant. That's a lonely elephant. There should be a herd. Should be a herd of elephants. There isn't. There's just one. We just found a poacher's camp. It's an elephant poacher's camp. They've been here less than a week ago. So you just, you know, on the one hand, you want to find them and catch them, but on the other hand, They're carrying AK-47s and they're not about to be caught. If we do happen to bump into these guys, it's not good. And this isn't being dramatic. This is the way it is. It's a war out here. Holy smokes. We've just come around the corner. There's a dead baby elephant. Son of a gun. Dang it.
So small, huh?
Oh, Mike. Oh, it's it just died, eh? Oh, man.
Terrible, huh?
They would have shot the herd, and then this one just couldn't survive on its own, died.
Yeah.
Shot everything. I'm sure they would have shot this one too, just for that much tusk.
Oh, for sure they would have.
And that's the same size as of those baby skulls we saw. It doesn't make any sense. It's not right. It can be stopped. It can be controlled. This is going on in Africa right now. Here's a dead young elephant. I mean, it's like a child, a 5-year-old child. Like
Look at the moisture. It hasn't even dried in the sun yet.
No.
Look, it's still wet here.
That's coming out of the trunk.
Look at the tears.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I reckon is the poachers probably shot its mom and abandoned it, you know? You know, the unfortunate thing is us hunters are the only ones here protecting these animals, you know, and people are trying to stop us from doing it. Hunters are the only ones who have a presence in the bush.
Yeah, outside of the park.
And if you stop hunting and you pull that presence of the hunt out of the bush, the poachers have complete freedom to kill as they please.
Sorry, we couldn't do anything about it, even if we'd have been here on time. That was really disturbing, seeing the baby elephant today.
Right now, you've got an ivory rush going on in Africa. Being a poacher is a very fast way to increase your life.
If the hunters lose this battle with the poachers, the next thing they're going to be doing is coming into the parks.
You know, sanctions has to be put on these countries that are illegally importing ivory. And that's the only way to stop it. We need outside help too. If we don't do that, our grandchildren will never see elephants.
And it could get worse, unless the world has the will to stop this.
Exactly.
Stop the poaching.
Exactly.
Stop the poaching. Our ride is just showing up to take us out of the Selous. We'll be flying north now to the southern edge of Maasai land near the Tarangire National Park. It's going to be interesting. No idea what we're going to find, but when we get there, we'll find what we're supposed to.